What's up, guys? Britt Johnson here. I am so sorry. It's been like 2 weeks since I posted, but I'm back and I got a lot of shit to talk about today. Before you do anything else, make sure you follow me on all social media at I am Britt Johnson, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to, get up there, be like a real YouTuber and get like really paid for this shit. Yeah? Wanna help me out? Okay, subscribe. Okay, so like I said, I have a lot to talk about today, and it's going to be about the NFL. Football season is still a few, months away, but the NFL just decided and ruled against a new rule that says that NFL players and NFL personnel, team personnel, have to, if they are on the field during the national anthem, have to be respectful and stand for the anthem. The other option is to stay in the locker room. So now if teams or players or personnel kneel during the national anthem while out on the field, the team, not the player, the team is going to get fined, and then the team from there can discipline the player how they see fit. Okay, this is a lot going on with this. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. So first, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, what they're doing now is literally just like revamping everything up again, because now the media, instead of focusing on the kneeling players, they're going to look around and see which players are not on the field. So that's going to create an issue. Two, it creates an issue for me because the NFL is literally trying to take away players' right to peacefully protest, and I get the protest thing is not an actual amendment or part of the Constitution, but freedom to assemble, freedom of speech, all of that stuff, freedom of, what was that shit called? I don't even remember, but it takes away a lot of the other things for players, correct? Yes. And it's weird that they're like putting kneeling as a thing that is disrespecting the flag, when it's not even about the flag at all. It's about people, African American males in particular, and children, having unjust situations when it deals with police brutality and police killings of unarmed black, a lot of times, children. So that's what it has to do with. My brother, hi Gio, my brother is actually in the U.S. Air Force and had posted a post that had what legally is considered to be disrespectful to the flag. Among those things, this weekend is about to be Memorial Weekend, so among those things were wearing the American flag as a garment. So if you are wearing it on your hat or as a bathing suit or a bandana, legally that is actually all considered disrespectful to the flag. Also, the way the NFL lays the flag flat down on the field when they do the national anthem is actually considered disrespectful to the flag. So this is so funny to me that the NFL is choosing the kneeling that players are doing, which technically is not considered disrespectful to the flag, and they're putting that as like a disrespect to the flag, and not putting the stuff that everybody else does all the time as being disrespectful. Like, everybody knows I am not a fan of Roger Goodell. I never have been. I think he runs the NFL ridiculously. I think the NFLPA doesn't do enough to protect and help the players. And it's really sad. Like, this moment is just like a sad moment in U.S. history, and I hate when people try to say sports and politics are separate. Actually, they're not. They're very much the same. And in fact, the reason why we've had change in America usually starts with sports. My great uncle is Jack Johnson, who was the first African American heavyweight champion of the world. He literally paved the way for not only boxers to fight. Before that, black boxers could not fight white boxers, so they could never be world champs and never do anything because they weren't allowed to fight against, at the time, what was known as the greatest. He came in, did it, won, first African American heavyweight champ of the world. before that, no other sports really allowed players in their league, in white leagues, until Jack Johnson first did it, and then eventually you see it in baseball, and then basketball, and then football. So that all started and all happened before there was even civil rights in the United States. So for you to tell me that sports don't directly have an effect on the politics and the culture of this country is insane to me. Like, everything happens first in sports, and once it gets more normal in sports, then the rest of the country kind of catches up and starts, oh, well, now that all of these athletes are playing together, maybe we should have schools where kids can go to the same school and play on the same teams together, and yada, yada, yada. So, like, people who say that are honestly like the dumbest people in the world. And if you're one of those, you can feel free to comment and talk all your crap you want, but I definitely stand with the fact that sports and politics and culture are very much all intertwined with each other. And this is just another sad situation where people are taking what these athletes are doing and trying to convey to the world about the injustices that have been happening and making it a patriotism and all this kind of stuff. Like, they're not any less patriotic than anybody else. They're actually more patriotic because they're using their rights given in this country, this great country, to express an issue they're having, and they're literally doing it in the most peaceful way possible. Like, there's no more peaceful way that they could protest this situation than maybe one would be like crawling on the ground and laying on the ground like a little baby. Other than that, kneeling is literally the most peaceful way to do it. They're not interrupting the game. They're actually not even interrupting the national anthem. And they're not hurting anybody. They're not even actually saying anything. So I'm very disappointed in this new rule. It would be very interesting, and I still think it could be impactful if players all decided to stay in the locker room and maybe only a couple players were out. But other than that, I think that the message is going to get lost because people are not going to get to see the faces of the people that are actually protesting and actually, looking for change and difference in this country. But again, football has, it's kind of lost its way the last couple years. I, being a huge football fan, this last season didn't really watch as much football as I used to, just because I'm very uncomfortable with the dynamic that, like, the owners and the players have with each other now. But it'll be interesting to see what happens this season. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, follow me, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.